Rock the Ripple. Rock the Ripple. The Rock the Ripple podcast with Nereeda McInnes.
Let's do this. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rock the Ripple podcast. I'm your host, Nereeda McInnes. It is so awesome to be here with you as always. And today I am going to jam on a sticky note. And this is the podcast where we take a sticky note and jam on it. But also coming up, we'll have some interviews too. So keep an eye out for that as well. But today's sticky note reads the fly experiment. No, it doesn't. It reads the flea experiment. Just, keeping you on your toes. Anyway. So I was actually reminded of this experiment recently, and it is so perfect for understanding our patterns and programming and why we don't always believe we can do the things that we can do. So there was an experiment run by scientists somewhere, I don't know where, and they put fleas into a jar, and the fleas in the jar would try to escape. Now, what they did is they put the lid on top of the jar. So the fleas would still try to escape, but they kept hitting and banging against the lid at the top till eventually they didn't try anymore because they knew they couldn't get out. And then the scientists then took the lid off of the jar and realized and could see that the fleas had been conditioned so much that they no longer even tried to escape because they felt like the lid was so still there. And what was really interesting as well was they did this experiment on fleas that then had baby fleas. And the fact of not flying, trying to fly and escape up, even though the lid was no longer there, was actually passed down generations. So to me, that is massive. So if you've got programs running at the moment that are running in your subconscious mind that you may or may not be aware of, may not even be yours, may be passed down from generations, as we know, but we are just like the fleas. If we think that we can't do something, that it's part of our conditioning and programming, we may never believe that we can escape the jar, and we may keep ourselves limited when in fact we're actually unlimited. And I just thought that experiment, that story coming in, was just perfect timing and a perfect way to explain how sometimes that can happen. I mean, there's the horrible example as well when they tie up the elephants as well in different countries, and they break them in by putting a chain around their ankles. So they try to escape, they try to wander off, but they can only go so far, and then the chain stops them. And so as they get older, they can take the chain off because the elephant has been so conditioned to believe that it can't go any further, so it doesn't. And it sucks, doesn't it? Because we have all had those programs and have running in our psyche, in our subconscious mind, where they're not actually serving us, where in order for us to break free and be all that we came here to be, we need to take the lid off the jar, take the shackle off our foot, and just go for it. And I think being able to acknowledge and recognize that we may have these patterns and programs is a perfect place to start. And some things we might have done a shit ton of work on ourselves, but still not be aware of some unconscious beliefs that we've been holding or that have been passed down to us generations through. We may not even realize that it's there. We may think it's us, and that is what is holding us back from being all that we came here to be. So I just thought that was those examples are powerful, aren't they? I mean, you came here to be all that you came here to be, but we've been conditioned, we've been programmed. Some of us have had some great programming, some of us have had some shitty stuff, and a lot of us have had a bit of both. And if we want to step into the highest version of ourselves and be all that we came here to be our version of success, because success looks different for every single person, then it's up to us to decide and look at what it is that we want to improve and acknowledge so that we can transcend that and keep evolving, keep raising in consciousness, keep allowing ourselves to strip the layers off so that we can be all that we came here to be. I mean, how many times have I said that? But seriously, you did. You came here with your dream in your heart. That's yours. That's there for a reason. It is there because you are the person to do that thing, whatever that is for you. And it might be one thing, it might be many things. And it's to experience life as well. So, yeah, I just thought I'd pop in with those little stories today. I didn't want to make it a long one. I just feel like the story itself is powerful enough, isn't it? The fleas. Just the fact that the baby fleas, I don't know if there's a special term, I'm just going to call them baby fleas. The fact that they also were conditioned and they didn't even know, it just was passed down to them to not fly any higher than wherever the top of the lid was, you know? So they're the kind of things that help us to see, well, maybe where is the lid in my subconscious mind that I am maybe don't realize that I can go beyond, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, I hope this serves you well today. I hope it got you thinking like it did me. As always, if you're not on my weekly newsletter, just check out the description or show notes below and you can sign up. I send out a free weekly newsletter, and you can also just check out everything else underneath the description and the show notes as well. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Or if you're listening on the podcast, please give it a review. It helps so much. And I would absolutely love to hear from you. Leave a comment, leave a review. And aside from that, thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to catching up with you again soon.